Yo people, Makkuro here, and today is another episode of the Deathmatch series, Cars Deathmatch. This time I'll be putting up against each other the Aston Martin DBS and the Aston Martin V12 Vantage, as one person proposed in the comments. So, I've put both of those on gray point, tune them down to the same overall difference they had when you can buy them, meaning it's about 18 or 17 overall difference. And the cars are similar and different at the same time. So let me start with V12 Vantage. It's grippy, it's stable, a bit stiff at some points, but it's not really that nice stiff. It's just a bit too stiff at the limit at the point, so it's just informing you it can't go harder and you need to watch out how you drive. I like that. I like that bit of that car. It's a high speed car, just like the DBS. Most ACC of it, the biggest acceleration it has is on high speed. Now the DBS is more flubby. It's more drifty, it feels less grippy, less stable. However, even as though it sounds, the DBS seems to cope with jumps a bit better. Also, DBS at this point with this setup has a bit better acceleration, but mind you, this is quite substantial difference. If you see 17 overall difference, even though they have pretty much the same parts, well, the same boost from parts. At least I try to keep the boost to about the same level on both of those cars, and the difference is neglectable. That is the neglectable. So the Diamond and Union Sprint was there, so I asked someone to help me. Taiga 911. Big pros to him for sticking up with me, since those were quite many tries. And from low speeds, it seems the V12 Vantage has a bit better start with the NOS. Also, the NOS level on both of those cars is the same as your typical normal NOS. Just the typical standard NOS you find in quite some cars. However, the high speed acceleration is definitely better on the DBS with the same parts, let's say. They are not exactly the same, like I said, but very similar. Give the same performance boost. Now, both cars changed their engine sound, were tuned about to 710 overall, and they changed to the Word V8 engine sound. So yeah. They are, it gets worse with the sound. Normally it's very nice, but then it gets not so good. Also, the difference here is again very small. It's the neglectable difference. It's you could have done better with the V12. You could have done better with the DBS or worse. Depends. Now, I've tested both of those on the docks. Where else could you test them? And this proves the acceleration is 232 km/h for the V12 Vantage and the DBS. Also a note, both of those cars at the start pulled to the left side a bit. Well, maybe more than a bit, but yeah. And the DBS have 233 km/h, so it's a bit better on acceleration. Now, they are about the same when it comes to vinyling, but the V12 Vantage here has that line changer, let's say, at more of a roof, and on the DBS that same line is on the side. As you can see, it's about here. So the roof of the car starts, the vertical drop of this car starts there. Don't know why. Also, I've put the DBS on the same overall as the V12 Vantage, and the result is dramatic, if That would be the best word to describe this, as it is 229 kilometers per hour. So, performance wise, pretty much the same with the same parts. Maybe, you know, if there would be actually the same parts, I really think the performance would be the same, since the V12 Vantage had the green engine, which is just shit for racing. Now, the V12 Vantage has one special edition, the COP, which is not really rare. Many people have it. It was given out in the form of a code quite often. You know, things like that. Both are high-speed cars, like I said before, but nice to mention it once again. Both are Astons, meaning they're just you know, classic. But I think the V12 Vantage, even though it's more of a race car, it has a more elegant feeling to it, because the DBS is just more flabby in the way it goes. It's more drifty. It's not that, you know, drifty and so on. That's nice drifting, and just that flobbiness of it combined with drifting makes it a bit less elegant. And I somehow prefer how the V12 Vantage looks. Just the DBS seems to, you know, have higher overall, but it performs at the same overall worse than the V12 Vantage, as I put it also on Grapon, and it had 120 lap time. Well, maybe 119.89 and something like that would be the max for it, but pretty much it's almost a second slower than the V12 at the same overall. So yeah, but both cars are definitely gorgeous, is the word that comes to my mind, and elegant, as like I said, Astons. Now, I have to say that those cars are nice to drive, as they are, well, they are GT cars, so they are nice to drive with. You don't have to brake too often, you don't need to drive on tight, slow corners, and you know, it's just mostly on high speed tracks. This car is really a leisure car. If there will be a gigantic highway track, this car will be just like, this is a nice relaxing track. It would be just a relaxing way to race if you put an Aston on that kind of track. That's really all from the. Both cars are pretty much the same. The V12 seems to be better. Would be better if the A class would top at 700. The 699 overall, you know, with the same overall. The V12 just seems better. So that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you like, please like, comment, share, and subscription would be nice. Also, donations of any kind of amount would be much appreciated. Link is in the description. And well, see ya!